Yo, what is going on, everyone? Scartafist here, and we are finally playing a new title, a Legionary's Life on this Friday night. Now, I've done a couple of practice runs in this game. I've raged for about 8 hours, and yeah, this game can really piss you off. But I think after, learning from each of those failed runs, I have just, figured out where I went wrong, and I'm confident now that this playthrough, the one I'm recording, is going to be successful. And I cannot save scum even if I try to, because once your character dies, your save is automatically deleted. Hardcore mode, basically. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. So with these games, what I found in general with RPGs, right, is that there's going to be stat checks. And this is the same case with a Legionary's Life. And because there's stat checks, there's like a minimum threshold that your character has to meet in order to get like a certain event / positive modifier. If you fail to meet that threshold, you're obviously going to get either a negative modifier or another event. Worst case scenario, you get both, and it's just bad news bears, right? So with that in mind, and the fact that early game tends to be the most important, we're not going to be going with a balanced approach. I think this is the biggest noob trap you can do in a lot of hardcore RPG games. And yes, I'm classifying this game as a hardcore RPG. Very, very hardcore. So yeah, biggest mistake is the balanced approach. I think it's complete noob trap, not worth it. You're going to want to pick either physical or mental. Personally, for me, I'm going to be picking mental because I like that playstyle a little bit more. And also, I find that the mental stats, which are the ones here, charisma, awareness, and intellect, to be more difficult to train in the sense that the opportunity to train them is a lot rarer. So we're going to be rolling mental, and we're going to re-roll until I get a stat that I am satisfied with. So, oh wow, that was already very good. That's already a very fucking good roll. Like right off the bat, that's actually extremely good. Wow. I actually did not expect that. That's a really fucking good roll. You know what? We might just go with that. That's insanely good. All right, so our name's going to be Gacinnius. And let's roll. So we have 365 points left. Now, obviously, we're going to want to put some of those into the awareness category. When I say some, I mean actually a lot. But, yeah. Now, obviously, we have an option to look at, the weapons. And we're going to take a look at that for sure. Let's quickly just take a look to see how much more we have. Coordination is a big fucking bad news right here. That needs some serious fucking work. However, I do want to actually take this time to get some gear that's going to help us later down the road. So I'm going to get this and then armor. Oh, that's perfect. Only having 1 point left. Good. That's really, really good. So, unfortunately, the awareness is pretty low. However, the charisma and intellect is good enough where I feel like we will survive other checks. So, yeah. Let's go. All right. The First War lasted for over 20 years. Conflict had been only a matter of time. Once the relentless expansion of Rome came close to the huge Carthaginian sphere of influence, a young power propelled by a staggering self-confidence, Rome had most of the Italic peninsula under its control at the time. On the other side was the Punic city of Carthage, a centuries-old naval colossus dominating the western Great Sea. An insurmountable gap in power and prestige seemed to divide the two cities. Unexpectedly, the Roman Republic emerged victorious, incomplete as the victory was. Building upon its success, the city's maritime territory grew larger and more secure, while humiliating conditions well beyond the actual extent of the defeat were imposed upon Carthage. Nevertheless, the price was tremendous for both parties. Some say that not even Alexander's conquest devoured so many lives. It all paled compared to what was to come. The truce that followed lasted for a generation. You were a child when the situation hovered on the brink of war once again. You still remember the talk in Rome back then, when everybody expected the looming conflict to take place in the distant colonies of Hispania to the west. Now that an attack by sea was nigh impossible. The astonishment when the news reached the city is still fresh in your memory. A bold, not yet 30 Carthaginian general named Hannibal Barca had led an army through the lands of the fierce Gauls and across the mountains to the north. The war was here, in Italia, a few hundred miles from Rome itself. The following years were marked by growing panic as reports of whole armies annihilated by Hannibal kept coming. The Punic general was stronger, smarter than anything Rome had ever faced before. Yet, his attempt to turn the Italic allies on the Republic was unsuccessful. Defeating him in a pitched battle was beyond the realms of possibility. That much was clear to the Romans. At the same time, he could not lay siege to the capital. The conflict turned into an endless war of attrition. Meanwhile, another war was being fought in faraway Hispania. Crucial to prevent reinforcements from joining Hannibal, about a year ago, the Roman legions were soundly defeated and their commanders, Proconsul Publius Cornelius Scipio and his brother Gnaeus, were killed. What little remained of the army was now controlling a small patch of land. Even after reinforcements joined the survivors, the situation looked more desperate than ever. When the Centuriate Assembly had to appoint a new proconsul, only Scipio's son, a young man still in his 20s, stepped forward. No one else wished to take on such a hopeless assignment. You, on the other hand, had no choice at all. Right after you had come of age, you were enrolled in a freshly raised legion, part of a second 11,000-strong reinforcement bound to accompany the new proconsul. After a brief training period, you embarked on a long journey to Hispania. Now you've reached your destination and joined what is left of the previous army. Apparently, with the Romans out of the picture, the Carthaginians have divided into 3 large hosts, each of them at least as big as your current force. They are a long way from your headquarters, committed to securing the whole region. So far away from your home that you can hardly comprehend the distance, with little to no chance of ever seeing your family again, deprived of most of the rights you held as a civilian, you feel strangely calm as you prepare to face the hardships to come. Okay, so you're going to notice that you basically saw me at a different time of the day reading the fucking introduction, and yes, I had recorded multiple episodes that meant to be playthroughs, but I died literally in that episode. And I was just like, fuck this, I'm cutting everything out except me reading because I'm not going to read again, right? I've seen the same text over and over. If I keep seeing it, it's just going to drive me absolutely insane. I spent 8 hours today practicing for this shit. I hope it's going to work this time. This is the 3rd try, by the way. So yeah. Okay, so you have your regular screen over here. Underneath deeds is basically save and exit. Makes no difference. I've moved the web camera here contrary to Freeman just because I think it offers like better, visual information of what's going on in the game. So, having said that, we're going to be looking at the most important bars that you want to keep filled. Your morale and your troop opinion are very, very, very critical. Morale, you want to maintain at content at the very least. Troop opinion, very important as well because that's going to allow you to train better weapon skills. Speaking of weapon skills, you can see right now, they're pretty fucking low. They're going to definitely need to be higher, and we're going to actually prioritize these along with the coordination training, which can be trained through working out, right? So first things first, we're going to work out and get coordination to a very respectable level. And we can do that by swimming. And it's random of what you get. So it looks like we got a event right now and a stat check. You have known Quintus Lambinus since you were kids. Now he's in the same maniple as you. You have noticed that he's been acting very nervously as of late. Let's ask him what is wrong. So yeah, as you can see, we failed the awareness check, obviously, but our intellect and charisma was thankfully high enough to kind of compensate. 2 out of 3, good check, right? After a little persuasion, you convinced him to spit it out. You remember that Quintus lost his father in the disaster of Cannae about 6 years ago. Then again, there's hardly anyone in Rome who has not lost someone on that grievous day. Your leaders believed they could crush Hannibal's army by sheer force of numbers. He proved them wrong, the harshest lesson ever taught in living memory. Quintus has been waiting for a chance to fight back for such a long time, and yet now his opportunity is drawing near. His fear is dying is in the impending battles is prevailing. Hey, it happens. Sometimes you can talk the talk but can't walk the walk. One can hardly blame him considering that your armies faced disaster on disaster since the war began. True. After sharing his concerns with you, Quintus looks overtly relieved. He thanks you for the talk and goes about his business. Okay, so virtue increases by 2. Virtue is basically if you're a good boy or a bad boy, right? That's pretty much the least valuable thing to keep track of. Your opinion of the troop, very important. So like I was saying over here, we got to train coordination. All right, so coordination went up. Over here, you're going to see over-exercise stress. Now, the goal, this basically lets you know if you've been pushing too much on one training activity or training in general. And if you do, it's going to negatively impact you in terms of taking a morale hit. So we always want to keep this bar either at none or at green. Once you start going to yellow or red or even anything above, the effectiveness and the likelihood of learning and improving skill diminishes greatly. Now, there are moments where we're going to be going into yellow because we want to push to get that extra stat to be ready for the checks in the battles to come. But generally speaking, don't go higher than yellow if you can help it, right? And obviously your flexibility with this grows as your morale increases. So if you're at max morale and you really need to push for a stat, by all means push it, because you're going to be able to take the morale hit because you're going to be gaining morale as you're killing enemies in combat, right? It's all about making sure that you know how much morale you're working with. But with that said, we are going to keep going. Also, when these when this screen moves on, like you can see we have time left. Afterwards, it's going to prompt us to move on to a campaign. Every time you move on, this bar over here resets. So use that to your advantage, basically. But yeah, we're going to continue working out. I really want to get swimming better. That's not working out right now. We're at the yellow bar right now, so what we're going to do, immediately into leisure. Losing money this early into the game, not too much of a big deal, just because it's easy to make it back, and the opinion of the troop matters a lot more, because it sets you up for a kind of a transition. So, you're going to play your dice, get that back to normal. Let's go back to training. I'm going to solo practice for a little bit. I want to get that sword skill up to a very good level. Very, very good level indeed, because in my opinion, the sword skill is super important for that first fight. At least get this to 40. Everything else kind of does not really matter to me, except for the sword skill and coordination. If you can help it, do not have a stat below 45. If you can help it, right? Now, obviously, I chose to do a 33 coordination because all the other stats are so heavily juiced that I think the checks are going to be able to, just like we saw previously with Quintus, we're going to be able to compensate for the lack of coordination. That doesn't mean I'm not going to focus on it. I'm just going to make sure, it's just that every other stat for now I know is going to be good enough. So, let us continue. With swimming, endurance, okay, so 37 denarii, that's the weekly wage you pay, and that's why I'm also saying don't worry too much about money this early in the game, right? Another event, scaling walls is a part of today's tutorial. In front of you lie ladders propped up against the camp's walls. One by one, the men ahead of you sprint towards it and start climbing. Very soon, it's your turn. We're going to be confident, right? Awareness, pretty good awareness. Confident is in your abilities to go up the top. A few more steps and you are over the wall unharmed. Excellent work. Alright, so we're good here, and now we're back on the green bar. We're going to swim again. Oh, man, this is so unfortunate. You know what? Fucking just train the sword skill. Now, we're going to push. Yeah, you can see morale. We're taking a massive morale hit. It's at high right now. I think what we're going to do, we're going to do play dice. That's good, and then we're going to push further into the yellow territory. I know I just said, like, stay in green, but I didn't expect us to not get, like, fucking 4 unfortunate swimming scenarios. That is on, you know, I should have been prepared, but hey, it happens. Our character right now, yeah, our sword needs to be way fucking better for the next fight. I'm sorry, like this shit, we're gonna have to push it for sure. All right, let's go 39. Okay, that's pretty. That'll be good enough. Let's move on. Thankfully, this resets, so yeah. The camp bursts into activity as the whole army prepares to leave. You march to the south. It doesn't take long for your destination to become apparent. You are bound for New Carthage, the capital of the Carthaginian colonies here in Hispania. It's a daring move and very risky. Several days later, you reach your destination and set camp not far from the city. According to the camp talk, the closest enemy army is about 10 days' march from here. A long siege is out of the question. You'll have to take New Carthage by storm. You cast a glance at the city walls, strong stone walls. The thought of fighting your way up there makes your stomach churn. It's hard not to think that you may be looking at the place where your days will end. That's unfortunate, but yeah. So high, I think we're good. We can win. We have decent gear too. We made sure not to cheap out on that. The next morning, your maniple is among the first to move out of the camp and reach the plain right in front of the city. If what your centurion said is true, the garrison of New Carthage consists of a small mercenary army, possibly 1,000 strong, and of course the city militia. You are taking your place on the battlefield when all of a sudden cries of alarm rise from the ranks. You look ahead with a start. The city gate is wide open. A screaming mass numbering thousands leaves the safety of the walls, quickly closing the gap with your partially deployed first line. Judging by their scant equipment, they must be the militia. The enemy commander wouldn't risk his precious mercenaries like this. Blood pounding in your ears, you get ready to receive them as the first battle of your life engulfs you. Alright, let's begin the fight. When the other side is at the right distance, you prepare to hurl your javelin. Okay, so we're going to go with just hurl into the ranks because we did not level javelin at all, and I don't want to lose anything. So you decide just to hurl it. We succeed in the check because it's basically nothing. Yada, yada, yada. It may have done something, may have not, as long as we didn't fail it. As the other side gets closer and closer, you steer yourself for the incoming fight. Okay, so I'm going to explain combat right now. And it's pretty basic, but at the same time, a lot of things to keep in mind, right? So you have 3 bars of combat: your HP, your stance, and your fatigue bar, which basically turns green. It's black right now because no action has been done, right? The more fatigued you are, the more likely you are to miss your attacks and just generally have a bad time. So HP cannot be recovered, stance can be recovered, and your your fatigue can also be recovered. Very important, very, very, very important. Probably the most important combat tip is make sure your stance is always above your opponents. The lower your stance, the higher the chance the enemy has of hitting you, and vice versa. The lower their stance, the more chance you have of landing hits, and it's a huge fucking difference. Your number one priority should always be to recover the stance over anything else. If you lose stance, recover it, because unless you can guarantee a hit. Like, you do not want to be in a situation where you have half stance, the enemy has full stance, and he just fucking completely destroys you in 3 hits because you're not able to land one because of your stance, right? I've seen it happen. It's happened to me multiple times, and it literally took four tries to make me realize how important and to prioritize the stance is over everything else. That wasn't a proper sentence, but basically stance is very, very fucking important, okay? Unless you can guarantee a one-shot or their stance is severely lower than yours, always prioritize stance recovery. Always. Also, over here, you can see you have your attitude, right? This is basically how you're if you want to be aggressive or you want to be defensive or you want to be neutral, right? And being aggressive is going to help you with landing attacks, going to weaken your defensive capabilities. Defense is going to be vice versa, and neutral is just going to be the default, right? And we're going to be shifting this back and forth based on how the battle goes. So without further ado, let's begin. This should be a pretty easy fight. He's in a quick feint. He fails his quick feint, and as you can see, his fatigue starts to go up. What we're going to do right now, we are going to press the attack because he failed that quick feint and try to land a feint on him. Feints are the way you can have your opponent reduce their stance. So we're going to begin with a quick feint right now, and the thumbs up is going to let you know your success rate. So he resists the feint, but he also took some, stance damage from it. He fails his feint, so we're going to continue to press him. We're going to do a normal feint over here. He resists again. He's going to try to attack. He fails. If you miss your attack, you lose a huge portion of your stance. And right now, he's in big trouble. So what we can do, we can press with a shield knockdown, or we can actually attack. And as you can see, we're going to attack. Get some nice little chip damage, 5 damage. He's going to have to recover right now, but obviously we have an additional turn. And you might be saying, what about your fatigue bar? Listen, your fatigue bar is the least thing you're concerned about. Your stance is number 1, your HP is number 2, your fatigue is 3. Obviously, if you get 2 fatigue, you will have to respite, but at the same time, bursting is very important in this game. If their stance is lower, if your 2 fatigues lower and their stance is higher than yours, you're fucked, right? Actually, though, that's not what I wanted to say. Oh god, I've been playing this game for too long. Okay, how about this? If their 2 cycles of fatigue, let's say their fatigue is full over here, but they have higher stance than you, you're going to lose that fight just because of the stance. So, because of that, we're going to continue to press because he failed again. And we missed that, okay? He's going to recover successfully. We're going to recover too. He cannot have higher stance than me. He's going to miss that attack. Very good. We're going to do a deathly feint. That's going to fail. Sometimes there's a lot of BS in this game. You're just going to miss thumbs up just because the game decides to not be fair, right? And he succeeds that even though he probably shouldn't have. We're going to try to land a strike right now. See, we landed the strike even though he had full stance up. He misses his knockdown. That's a very big mistake by him. We're going to charge him, and we actually get him on a fucking 12, but he resists. And now we have an opportunity. Do we recover or do we attack? In this situation, we will attack because our stance is still severely higher than his. We're going to go for a headshot. And we missed the headshot, not very good. He fails his recovery, so we can go for an arm shot. There we go. Now we're going to recover after, see? Now he recovers. Double recover. We're going to go for recover immediately. Now we're both full stance again. He fails his charge. Okay, that's very good for us. Let's go. Ooh, he recovered it. Actually, never mind. We're going to go for a deathly. Alright, so the situation is shifting. You won't be able to... Okay, so what this prompt means is, generally speaking, this battle will eventually subside. So you can use this to your advantage. If you're losing the fight, just go full turtle, wait out the whole thing. Or if you're about to get a kill, kill them, like, go full burst so that they don't, like, fucking, you know, get away. And you have to land last hits in order to loot in this game. So, he missed... And I'm going to miss... It looks like I do not have the combat stats to actually kill him this game, which is fine. I'm just going to continue to press him. He's going to successfully recover. I'm going to recover too. He's going to attack my arm. He's going to miss the arm. I'm going to go straight torso. Yeah, I'm not doing enough damage for sure. Yeah, see, eventually the formation breaks. Yada, yada, yada. He gets away. He's seriously wounded. I still get a lot of bonuses from being victorious in that fight. The Carthaginian militia is in disarray. An improvised pursuit is attempted, but your vanguard is stopped at the city gate before it can break in. Okay, very well. And it looks like we succeeded this stat check. This is perfect, perfect, perfect. The Centurion beckons to you and a couple other legionaries. You are temporarily leave the maniple and report back to the camp. When you arrive, you discover what's going on. You'll be part of a 500-strong unit with a very special task. Proconsul Scipio himself leads you away from the battlefield, close to the edge of the lagoon, which runs along the northern portion of the city walls. Once there, he invites you to get into the lake. You look at each other in confusion. Surely he's not expecting you to swim to the walls. The local guides are who are accompanying your party move forward with an amused expression on their faces. The water is surprisingly shallow at this time of the day. The low tide allows you to walk to the other side. Here the walls are completely undefended. As your companions prepare the ladders for an easy climb, you throw a look back at the opposite shore, just in time to see the proconsul and his escort ride back to the battlefield. You scale the walls undisturbed and quickly move eastwards along the battlement. Most of the defenders run away from you, but eventually you meet a small group intent on stopping your advance. They're gonna die, right? Militiamen, close in. Don't even bother throwing the javelin, because it's just gonna lower your stance or make you more fatigued. Alright, so as usual, we're going to go for a normal feint this time, see if we get him. Nice. So we get him on the normal feint. He recovers. So we force him, I should say, into a defensive position. Again with the normal feint, if he recovers again, he's going to recover, right? Let's do a deathly feint. Bingo. Alright, so he's going to be forced to recover. This time he fails his recovery. We're going to do another. So he's basically mega fucked right now, because no matter how he recovers, we're just going to strike him and do damage, right? He's going to recover again. That is fine. Definitely faint again. And your goal, even though you're accumulating more fatigue, is to constantly apply this pressure and force the AI to essentially recover. And oftentimes, even though it's going to have a thumbs up, there are moments where they're going to miss, and you can land a massive strike when they fail that. Let's go for an arm strike. There we go. 8 damage. See, he failed that strike there. Let's go with it again. 13. He's fucking dead. Basically, you want to chain. Yep. Just keep chaining. And my guys are here too. Comrades have come to join the fight. This guy is basically fucked. Big time. Okay, so we missed for the first time. As you can see, even though we had a thumbs up, the game sometimes is just going to be bullshit. And that's just the way it goes, right? We're going to recover. I mean, that is kind of the RNG element of it too. There's stat checks. So he misses big time. Knocks. Okay. Big, big opportunity. Torso slash. 2 damage. And they get a last hit. Okay, whatever. I wanted it, but whatever. There's no time to dwell on that. What just happened? You rush forward along the rest of the assault team. Soon you reach the eastern gate, letting in the bulk of your legions. Alright, so we succeed in that. You follow your maniple into the city streets. Your orders are very clear. Secure the city by killing everything that meets you in the open. Hopefully nobody will be ill-considered. Your thoughts are interrupted when a small number of militiamen stand in your path. Okay, so another killing spree. Let's go with the... Ooh. I did not... Maybe that's why we didn't do enough damage. I was on neutral. Whatever. So he's expert militiaman, so we're going to be a little bit more careful. And it's, damn. So he fails that, and we're going to go with a normal feint. So we fail that feint. Let's do another a quick feint. All right, we get him on the quick feint, which is really good. He recovers, fails the recovery. Big, death feint. See, this is what I mean. Sometimes bullshit happens. All right, we get him this time, and he's in big trouble. He's in very big trouble now. Now we go for headshot. Big damage. Right? He's forced to recover, but he's going to have to recover again. Meanwhile, my guys are going to come in, and because of that, I'm going to go on a full assault now, because he's going to be preoccupied, and I can just get a lot of whacks in. Alright, and see, that's what I mean by bullshit. Sometimes it's going to be a miss. Alright, I'm going to have to recover after this too, but it looks like they're going to get some good ship damage into him. So he's going to fail his recovery. He's going to fail his feint. I'm going to recover just in case shit happens. I'm going to let my guys damage him even more. He's failing big time. Yep. They're missing. Whatever. Arm strike. 8 damage. Good. Now, some of you are asking a soft spot. I will probably going to ask soft spot. We will use soft spot if we can. Looks like we don't have really much of a good modifier. So, we're going to try to definitely feint on him. Lower his guard again. Misses, even though it was basically near perfect chance. He succeeds in the recovery, even though he's outnumbered and been, you know, just failing in general. We reset the fight, right? Resist again. 15 on him. That's fine. So another feint. Okay, we get him. Another feint. Bingo. We got him big this time. Torso strike. There we go. Good kill. You look at the militiaman's lifeless body, quick thoughts flickering in your mind. I'm elated because he didn't pull any more bullshit that got us in trouble. After surviving yet another clash, you feel exhilarated with a sense of invincibility. Your morale has increased by 3. An officer yelling out orders brings you back down to earth with a bump. You move on. You keep marching along the streets as is custom. Looting is strictly prohibited until the battle is over. Stick to the rules and go ahead to the rally point. Okay, we're going to continue. New Carthage is almost conquered, with 500 mercenaries from the garrison are still holding the citadel. The proconsul is looking for volunteers for an assault on this bastion. He's throwing in more than doubled loot share. These mercenaries are nothing like the militia you have been facing until now. They may not be the enemy's best troops. They wouldn't have been left here if they were, but they are still professional soldiers. Only the most experienced legionaries are volunteering. No one would blame you if you backed off. We're going to back off because we prioritized mental stats, and we do not have the coordination or weapons or anything else to actually win this fight. So we're going to back off. After a brief but intense struggle, the garrison surrenders. All right, sweet. New Carthage has fallen. For the first time in so many years, a change in the tides of wars appears to be within grasp. 8 morale, very good. You receive your share of loot, 8 denarii. Your army has obtained an important base of operation. The city's resources will be invaluable for the rest of the campaign. Excellent. So now we're at very high morale, even though we took a lot of morale hits doing those over exercises, right? So be it. Character right now, we're looking at 42, 60. Also, coordination, we want to get that to be better, but the priority still remains to be... Oh, wow. So we got the pay. Let's take a look at our money really quickly, because we probably want to buy gear now that we've gotten paid. 223. We're going to take some time and search for something. Try to buy some, you know, decent gear. So, ooh. Not very good gear, I'm not going to lie. Pretty bad overall, but there is some saving grace. What the fuck? Okay. 50, 25. Alright, so this is going to give us more protection, but it's going to be a penalty of 4 awareness, which is... Oh, shit, I tabbed out. Sorry, boys. Accidental tab out. A little bit unfortunate. Let's compare the swords, shall we? So, oh, wow, this is big difference. This is huge. I'd get this... Yeah, the sword, I would buy the sword. I would definitely buy the sword. For sure. The sword looks super fucking good for us. For sure. That's a huge fucking difference. Okay. Yeah, we're going to sell this for 8. Actually, nah. I was hoping we'd actually get some, whatchamacallit? Some greaves or, like, boots. Like, really hoping we gotten some boots. But, I mean, I guess this will have to do, right? For now, this will have to do. So, now that that's done, we were going to go for training. Okay, so now that I got that message, and... our troop opinion seems to be high enough, I am going to try training, or sparring, I should say, with anyone. And as you can see, it increases. We're not going to do good yet, because I don't feel like it's high enough. Skill increased. Okay, another event. Tonight you have a dream about a vaguely familiar place. You are surrounded by an old olive grove, and smoke is rising from a large city on the horizon. Close to your left, the path leads down. Where exactly? Take the path. The path trails along the slope of a hill. At the bottom, you find yourself walking the beach. Weird. The sea looked thousands paces away from the grove. That's what you think as you move towards the water. Suddenly, you raise up into the air. You fly into the waves, to the open sea, further and further away from the coast. You lose track of time as you are carried by the winds. You have neither control over your direction nor any idea of where you are going. Finally, you see an archipelago below and another enormous island to it. Hundreds of ships are attacking each other. Countless death cries reach you, much closer than they should be, while huge vessels sink beneath the waves. Intelligence have it. Okay, we have a good intelligence check. This is the Battle of Agates, the naval clash that put an end to the almost 25 years of war. The first war against Carthage, the sea was their domain, and yet they were defeated. A little more than 30 years later, Rome is facing tremendous odds once more. Somehow the vision, oh wow, it strengthens your resolve. Morale increases. That's actually very good. Anyone? All right. Anyone again? Okay, what about this one? Okay, this is good. This is very good. So we're taking some penalties into training, but it's fine. Sword is at an acceptable level right now. We're going to go with the leisure at this point. Let's go back to leisure. Yeah, okay. I think we should be fine now. Payment again of 37 denarii. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We could go back and try to buy more gear. I don't think it's going to be worth it, to be honest, just because we've already had our chance. Coordination, again, unfortunate. Endurance just keeps going up, 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 up. Let's go with run. Okay, that's good. That was a real... guys, that was an extremely good set. That was an extremely good set of lucky trainings. So, what are we at morale? Okay, so we're gonna do a full. Yeah, because right now it's worth it. We have very high morale. We might as well full. All right, we'll do one of this and then we'll go full. Okay. All right, sweet, sweet. So we're at 40 now. Epidus is boasting about his wrestling. Anyone would like to challenge him? No, I'm gonna let someone else do it. In the end, Cretonius accepts the challenge, but it's a very short battle. After witnessing an Epidus' easy victory, yeah, I'm glad I didn't get humiliated and shit. All right, we're gonna train. Let's go with good. Shield skill increases. All right, sweet. So what are we at right now? So shield's at 38, 40. Okay, sword's a little bit low. I'm a little bit concerned about the sword. Yeah, this is a little bit concerning. I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting sword to be 50. It's over a year since the capture of New Carthage. The Carthaginians have failed to respond properly, hindered by rivalries and lack of cooperation amongst their generals. After winter came and went, Proconsul Scipio set you on the move once again, marching against the closest enemy army. Led by Hasdrubal Barca, one of Hannibal's brothers, the Carthaginians are holding a high two-step plateau near the town of Bacula, a fine defensive position indeed. Dislodging them from there looks like a rather hopeless task, but the Proconsul must know what is clear to everyone. The longer you'll stay here waiting, the higher the risk that the remaining two enemy armies will come and crush you. This is very true. Very, very fucking true. So we're at high, so you can take a look. That's a huge penalty we took, but I think it's worth it. The wait is nerve-wracking, and at last comes the dreaded order. The assault begins. Apparently, your skirmisher, the Velites, will have to engage the enemy light infantry holding the lower plateau. Jesus. Firing from low ground. That fucking sucks. Pick units of heavy infantry are ordered to support them. I would hate to be the fucking heavy infantry guy that's trying to literally have heavy armor and shit. At least the Velites are like fucking have mobility because they're unarmored, right? But I have to protect going up a hill, missiles, so that my scrubs from behind me can throw a fucking spear and land low ground shots. Your maniple is one the lucky ones. In Grimside, oh Jesus, we got picked, didn't we? Fuck! You set out to climb the slope in front of you. It doesn't take long before a shower of missiles... Oh, thank God for shield skill. You are unscathed. Suddenly, the man on your immediate right stumbles. Support him before he falls. Yes. We succeeded. We had good strength. Thank God. Thank God for training the coordination. Otherwise, we would have fucking failed this shit. Impini increased by 3. When the next volley comes, you are thankful his shield is there to protect your right flank. You are almost there. A unit of Qatari is waiting for you at the top. Oh God, this is going to be interesting. When the other side is at the right distance, you prepare to hurl your first javelin. We're not going to hurl. I actually, when I played on my other previous attempts, I actually never was selected to be the heavy infantry fucking doing this shit. But I guess that's the way it goes. Just throw it into enemy ranks. We're going to succeed in this. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Let's fight. Alright. We have a new sword, so hopefully we're going to be successful. No guarantees, though, right? No fucking guarantees. Close in. So, because we helped them, we start off with immediately lower stance, which this actually fucked me last playthrough, having this lower stance. But because of that, we're just going to be a little bit more careful. Let's try a feint. Fail the feint, that's fine. He succeeds his quick feint. I'm going to recover immediately. That's my priority. He's going to fail that. He's going to succeed in his recover, and I am just going to try and get him on a feint. This is going to be a very long battle, guys. A war of attrition, if you will. Feint, okay. Opportunity, normal feint. Bingo! That's the chance. He fails the recovery. We're going to go immediately for the arm strike. He succeeds this time. We have another chance to hit him again. Bingo. That was a 50-50 gamble where the game kind of gave me favor in terms of bullshit. I shouldn't have hit it, but I did. Right? Quick. Okay, I failed the quick feint. I paid for that, landing that hit. I failed that feint again. He's going to fail his recovery. I'm going to normal feint him again. I'm going to fail that feint. He's going to fail. He's going to succeed this recovery. That's unfortunate. We're going to try a quick feint. And we succeed, even though he resisted. He attacks the torso. Thank God for the armor early in the game, because we absorbed that hit. Quick feint again. Always trying to chip away from him in the feint. He fails his death feint. We're going to respite over here. And we fail the respite, unfortunately. He misses his... Okay, opportunity. He misses, but he gets another turn for some reason. We're going to continue to respite. Obviously, war of attrition. So, not going to be looking to do much against this guy, except basically wait him out. Right? Succeed in the respite. What we're going to do right now, because I know I'm not going to land any more hits on him, I'm going to try to make sure, and he hits us for 1, which is fine. I could care less about that. Quick feint him. Okay, we get him. He fails his recovery, and the battle's over, right? I wanted to make sure that our fatigue was not going too high, because that also became a concern. From your current position, it's difficult to figure out what's going on ahead. One after another, the rows before you fall back. Okay, so it looks like it's my turn to fight again. Close in. Is it a different guy? Yes, it is. He attacks the groin, misses the groin, tries a recovery, succeeds in the recovery because of bullshit. My turn was skipped. Obviously, that's just the way it goes sometimes. So we're going to do a quick strike here. Nothing works. Misses. He fails his feint. He hits me somehow, even though probably because of the stance bullshit, right? And now I'm gonna have to respite this just to hopefully, yeah. Succeeds his quick feint. He gets another attack because of bullshit, right? I fail my thing. Succeeds. I'm gonna succeed this time, right? Tries to hit the head, fails in the head. Immediately, I'm gonna take advantage right here. Gonna get him down to an acceptable amount. Press the attack right now with a torso strike. And I miss because the game's bullshit. And then he succeeds somehow, so I had to be on a recovery. And he attacks my leg, hits it because I'm not in a defensive position, because that failed previously. I go for the feint. He recovers because it's bullshit game, right? This is the kind of bullshit I'm talking about. We're going to try a lucky strike. We get it because the game bullshit as usual. We're going to go again with a strike, and we miss it this time because obviously the game is not favoring me, and I'm probably going to be dead because, as you can see, the game is quite bullshit. This is the kind of RNG that is completely despicable, but it's just the way it goes sometimes, right? And we obviously succeed in the recovery, even though we probably shouldn't have. He fails that one. We're going to press the attack, even though there's no reason. Got a lucky hit on a 14. Might actually survive this fight. We fail the feint because why not? Even though we have a thumbs up. Fail a double feint again. He fails his recovery. He succeeds recovery because he gets 2 recoveries for some reason. We fail a triple feint again. He attacks, misses that again. We go for a torso strike, right? Misses a torso strike as usual, losing all of our health. Absolutely no reason the game should be doing this to us, but quite honestly, punishing us for better play. And he's more fatigued than us, but still we're losing the game. Just, you know, normal. Attacks, misses. We go for a torso strike. Hits him for 13, and he's going to get away from this because obviously the game decides to put this in. Actually, oh wow, I didn't expect this to get the kill. Okay, despite your tenacious efforts, the enemy, okay, well, we killed him, so I literally could give less of a shit. We are under too much of a disadvantage. You slowly step back and start throwing stones at the defenders, trying to harass them, keeping them under pressure. The standoff goes on for a long time, then the impossible happens. At first, you see the flanks of the Carthaginian line fall into chaos and collapse. Soon the effect ripples through the center. Roman units have surrounded your opponents on both wings, the enemy defensive line dissolving under their advance. I think what helped us in that fight was because we made sure in the first fight that we were able to avoid fatigue. Obviously, I say it's bullshit, but it's just a part of the game, right? It just happens. Many are taken prisoner, but in the meantime, the bulk of Hasdrubal's forces managed to escape. This is also what makes it hard, right? The chance that you fail, even though you have the best setup possible. At last, you're ordered to plunder the enemy camp. You set your task with great enthusiasm, right? The enemy camp is a bit of disappointment. It looks like the Carthaginians were able to take most of the... Oh, Jesus, not even good loot. Let's go with a larger group, right? You small group of men and women. There are dozens of... Oh, no. I don't even have to read this, guys. I'm going to look straight into the camera, right? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. They're going to die. Because if we find them, these events usually always end up in them dying. And I'm not going to try to intervene. Because people are fucking bloodthirsty after just fucking conquering a city. They're going to die 100%. Let's take a look. So, they must have been left behind. Oh, jeez. Yep. They must retreated. You must be careful, for they even managed to find. Yeah, they found weapons. They're fucking dead. The tension rises. There we go. Partly because of the language difficulties, partly because they are afraid of being made prisoners again. Many of them are holding their weapons awkwardly. Should it come to violence, there's only one way this is going to end. The situation escalating. If you want to do something, now is the time. Listen, I'm not going to step in and prevent the slaughter. I'm just going to let things run their course. They're fucking dead anyway, right? There's literally can do to accomplish here. I'm not about to fucking risk it. Hasdrubal is heading north, intent on crossing the Pyrenees with the remnants of the army. The proconsul refused to pursue him, and many of the troops are frustrated with the decision. We passed the intelligence check, very good, but you're glad he came to this decision. Following Hasdrubal, now with 2 more armies behind, could be a prelude to disaster. It would jeopardize all the efforts you've made in the last 2 years. I agree. The Carthaginians you captured are sold into slavery, and the revenue is shared amongst troops. 30 denarii only, good enough though. Scipio orders the Celtiberian prisoners to be released. This will help secure more alliances with local tribes. Well, we just slaughtered a bunch of fucking Celtiberians, so I don't know how this is gonna work. Virtue, you are haunted by nightmares. Oh, because we are a good person, we get fucking punished. Look at that. Whatever. We could have. Hey, maybe we should have stopped the massacre. Maybe we should have stopped it, but I wasn't gonna do it because God knows what would have happened if we tried and we failed, right? No, not gonna happen. All right, let's continue. Everything increases. Very, very, very good. Shield, very good skill. We're gonna go with the training right now. I'm gonna go with good because, are you serious? Wow, even though we're, okay. Suddenly a stone bounced off your shield with a thumb. Someone is having fun using his to act as a, try to catch the culprit. Yep, awareness, withdrawing from behind, give chase. Our quickness is shit. You can see a young boy, okay. You are forced to give up. Wow! That's bad. Anyone? So we basically have to do this. Let's go with leisure. A large group of bandits is operating in the hinterland. 3 squads of 20 men each are assembled to deal with them and assert your control of the territory. You are part of this task force. Of course I am. You approach the bandits' territory with the assistance of some local guides, and each unit set to comb through the woodland in search of the outlet. Suddenly, javelins and sling... Okay. Defense, thank you for the shield. Attacking from 2 sides, the bandits are upon you before you can think. Alright, so I'm going to kill 2 bandits. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So, we're going to be in the neutral stance right now because we don't know how good they are. Don't seem to be that good. I missed the feint. He attacks the leg. He misses. My wounds have healed. Very good. He misses that. Opportunity arises. We're going to strike him in the torso. Big, big fucking chunk right here. He's going to try to recover. Fails recovery. I'm going to go for an arm strike. Go for the 7. Again, we have another opportunity. Chain. We're going to chain damage him. He succeeds in his recovery. He's probably going to fail his recovery as usual. Head strike. Big damage. Yeah, we get another strike because we have the chance. And we miss that strike even though it should have been a hit. That's fine. We resist it. Now we have the feint. Okay, they're going to land a hit on us because we have a lower stance, even though their stances are severely lower than ours. We're going to go back to a neutral stance right now. Our priority is to recover the stance. We have recovered successfully. He still lands it even though, you know, we recovered. Obviously, that's just a part of the game. Succeed in the respite. He attacks the neck. He misses the neck. He's going to miss those. Okay, opportunity for a kill over here. Bingo, 16 damage. He's dead. Him, we are going to try to do some respiting right now. And we're going to fail the respite. In the soft spot, thank you for the resistance. Going to fail the respite again. Attack the torso. Misses the attack on the torso immediately. We're going to go forward with this opportunity and actually go for a normal feint over here. And he's going to fall for it. Very good. Alright, he does that. I probably should stop announcing play-by-play. I'm getting tired of it myself, to be quite honest. We're going to go for a normal feint. Alright, that failed. We're going to do it again. Failed again. And he gets a hit somehow. Even though he has lower stance. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. Great mechanics. Okay, 46. And he's... okay. And he succeeds in recovering. Nice. We're going to push forward. Head torso shot. And we miss it. And he's going to recover. And now he has the advantage. He didn't hit us. Do damage. No, he didn't do damage. We're going to go back on the defensive. Gotta love the mechanics, guys. Gotta love it. Torso. Okay. Reset the fight. He fails to reset, even though he probably should have. We failed to hit him because it's some bullshit. Thank you for the recovery. Oh, we don't recover. He successfully recovers. We recover. Good. Okay. Reset the fight. We get damage, and we're probably going to die to a bandit, just because that's how the game rolls. Alright, good. He fails that. Headshot. There we go. 21 damage. Fails that. Arm shot. 4 damage. He's dead. Yeah, he's dead. Okay, sweet. Following the bank, you take nothing. Just 6 fucking denarii. Okay, you've killed them at last. You look around. Many of your own are wounded or dead. You count 27 dead men. Your work is done. You prepare for the long... Okay, sweet, sweet, sweet. So we got a little bit of more runtime there. But now we're wounded, so we have to... Yeah, see that? We're hurt. We have to recover a little bit. I'm going to take a look at our quick inventory. We're at 291 denarii. I'm going to wait to get paid again before I search for more gear. We're going to swim. Endurance goes up. Morale decreased by 5. As usual, morale decreased by 5. Endurance goes up a little bit notch. So this is at 67. Obviously, I'd like it to be better. Right, we're going to run endurance again. Oh, good. We passed the endurance check. Your physical prowess gives you significant advantage whenever you're sent to gather fire. Okay, well, I guess now we started to be a mental... We started off as a mental troop, and now we just have better physical stats. So be it. Quickness. Quickness. Very good. Pay of denarii. All right, let's actually go buy some gear now, and then... Ooh, this is good. This is good. This is good shit. Good shit. So, this is a big upgrade. Big upgrade over what we have. Yeah, protection is pretty massive, actually. All right, so we have... Oh, wow, we can afford to shell out quite a fucking bit now that I think about it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're going to maintain our level 2 helmet, and then we're going to buy... Yeah, we're going to buy this breastplate. Because if we compare... 50, like, it's no fucking... Like, the difference is, like, pretty much there. Okay, sweet. 209 left. Let's do a quick comparison. So, we're viewing... Oh, wow. This is actually better than this. Holy shit. Anti-armor handiness. I mean, actually, no, this looks to be better. But we just bought that, so I mean, huh. Wait, I have to take a look. Okay, so handiness is 60, 52, 36. So how much damage is this in total? This is still, what we have still does more damage. Oh, shit. Yeah, what we have still does more damage. Literally no reason then. There's actually no fucking reason. Alright, let's compare the helmets. Alright, you know what? I think I'm going to take the penalty. I think I'm going to take the penalty here. This is 4 awareness penalty. Holy shit. You know what? If I'm going to take a penalty, I might as well fucking max out the protection I have, right? Yeah, I might as well fucking max it out. I'll buy this shit, and then hopefully it gives me good protection. Alright, let's sell some shit too. This needs to go for sure. The fuck? There we go. Confirm the sale. Alright, sweet. Sweet, 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 sweet. Alright, so our character right now should be a lot better. I'm still missing the boots. Our sword, I want to keep our sword just because 6 to 14, I feel a lot more comfortable having consistent damage rather than, like, inconsistent. Like, 4 to 15 is like, terrible, man. Like, God. Right? Like, you gotta have something better. So, coordination goes up. Endurance goes, like, our endurance is 70. Jesus Christ. Like, what is going on? Alright, so we need to leisure for sure now. We have got to leisure. Okay, can we push the, let's go this. Let's go this. Oh, man, we are really pushing it now. Okay, okay, okay. Sweet. Our troops fucking love us. So, now we're gonna do training. We're good. Yes, 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 yes. Sword skill goes up. Time is over. Move on. So sword. Okay, we got sword to above 50. That's good. Coordination, we still suffering. Awareness, still taking a hit. But the endurance is extremely high, which I'm actually surprised by. But let's move on. Like, if anything, guys, this should let you know, if you're going to have one stat below 40, make sure it's endurance. Because endurance will increase by a lot easily, especially if you're trying to do coordination. When your third spring in the... I always die at this part, too. I'm pretty sure in previous runs, I have died at this part. Like, pretty sure I've never made it past the third spring campaign. When your third spring is in this land so far away from home comes, Rome is in control of most of eastern Hispania. Your progress has been admirable, but war is still far from over. The departure of Hasdrubal Barca and the remnants of his army brought some relief, but the Carthaginians have not been sitting around this time. According to the latest reports from the west, a new general named Hanno is raising an army recruiting Celtiberian volunteers. These guys are literally playing two sides. The previous campaign, we literally released a bunch of them to help alliances. Now this shit's happening. After bringing reinforcements from his homeland, your legion is attached to a 10,000 strong army under the orders of M. Solanus, one of Scipio's legates, and sent west to cope with the new threat. Okay, we're content. That's fine. That's the bottom line we need to be. Time is of the essence, and your forced march is almost beyond tolerable limits. Yeah, kind of forget what I said about the green bar. Just keep it at tolerable. Keep your not tolerable, content. Keep your morale at content. Let's roll. So, okay, we endurance and charisma checks succeed. During this time, you are not only... Okay, perfect. So, just free morale, basically. With invaluable help of some Celtiberian deserters, you eventually come close to the enemy position. When news of what's ahead of you starts spreading, you learn that there are two enemy camps. One composed of Celtiberian volunteers, the other of Carthaginians. The first one seems to be much less defended, an ideal point of attack, but Solanus wants to play it safe and prepare... Okay, so we're going to volunteer for this. Avelus named Cassius and Liberus. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the pronunciation, but I'm just terrible at this. A Celtiberian guy will be your scouting. Okay. He's known for knowing the ground full well and lets you approach the enemy position with minimal risk. When you're very close, you hear... okay, let's take a risk. Heart pounding, you try... Okay, we failed the check. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. You have no choice. Oh, Jesus. Fuck. You're about 1 mile away from the camps and you know breeze is stirring from the... And we failed this check. After a while, you reach the valley. The bulk of the army is hidden and report what you've learned. Everything is ready. It's time to... Oh, we are in for a big fight. I think we lost. The irregular ground, plenty of cover as approaches the cover. You are not very distant when it finally comes into sight. The defender must have just started pouring out of the gun. They are still too late, but are expecting... Yeah, okay. You suspect that they have been alerted and they detected some of your scouts. Fortunately, you seem to have had a significant head start. You'll meet a stronger resistance. Yeah, of course. The ground is very difficult from here and it's disrupting... your formation. Like many others, you become separated from your maniple while passing through a patch of undergrowth. An enemy vanguard reaches you. Duel spark off. One of the Celtiberian troops is looking at you, ready to fling a spear. I'm going to defend myself, and I fail somehow, even though my shield's supposed to be good. Right, makes sense. Makes sense. All right, so we have lower health. That's fine. Health is not of the issue. Let's get them. All right, we got him on a feint. He's gonna recover. He's gonna fail to recover. Immediately press the attack right now. Arm strike. Good. Torso strike. Good. He's going to be forced to recover now. And he's not going to succeed in the recovery too. So we're just going to keep doing this. 6 damage for free. Hey, as long as it's better than 4. 14 damage. Yeah, he's going to die. It's going to be a quick kill. He's just dead. There's nothing he can do. See, this is what happened to me previously. I was in this position, not being able to recover anything. Okay, he slipped back. We're going to slip back too. Let's go for a quick feint. Get him out. -3. Okay, just reset the fight then. Okay, that succeeded somehow. He failed his recovery. Can we knock him with a shield? No, it's too risky. Respite. We're gonna wait for him. Oh wow, he lands that. Okay. He gets another attack. He misses the attack. That's good. Now he's dead. Right, and he somehow he gets another turn, right? He gets 3 fucking turns, and I don't get a single. He gets 3 turns to my turn, like bullshit. Straight bullshit. Just because my stance is that much lower, like that much lower. Not even so much, but just a little bit lower. He gets those 3 opportunities, right, to fuck me over big time. And I miss a attack. I'm gonna miss that too because this game's bullshit. I'm going to miss that, even though it was a perfect opportunity. He's going to succeed in his recovery. I'm going to try to recover as well, but I'm not going to have as much of an opportunity. I'm going to try to do a full recovery right now, and he's going to be able to land an attack. Right? See? What did I tell you? What? Two attacks. This game's over. I lost. He's dead, but I don't have enough health if there's another fight. Your maniple quickly reforms and prepares to meet a second wave. The Carthaginian light infantry is rushing to the aid of the Celtiberians, filling the gaps in their formation. There's another fight, isn't there? And I'm not going to get assisted because that's how the game rolls. When the other side is at the right distance, you prepare to hurl a javelin. We're just going to throw it. All right, yeah. Let's go for that. Yeah, another fight. Okay, let's reset it into here. We're gonna close in. Inexperienced Scartafist, so maybe we have a chance of actually killing him before he does any damage. We're gonna fail the first feint, obviously. That's how the game works. All right, do damage. Damage. He fails. Quick. He resists. Okay. Torso. Good. Torso again. See, I can't be fully aggressive, guys, because I don't have the HP. He's going to successfully recover, as usual, even though he's in a much lower stance. Right? I'm going to try to do this. He's going to recover again. Oh, no, he's failed this time. All right, good. And I failed that, so I'm going to have to do an attack. There. He fails his. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to press him, and he's in trouble now. I could finish him off, I think. No, I don't have enough. I'm going to normal feint him. That works. Another opportunity. Quick feint. He recovers, even though I should have gotten to 3 turns, but whatever, right? It's just the way it is. Attacks my head, misses that. Situation is shifting. We're going to kill him before he has a chance to fuck over us. Torso strike, dead. Right? Alright, now we have a chance to respite. Succeed the respite. Libyan infantry. He attacks my arm because for some reason I'm not allowed to change stance, which is fine, right? You know, that's just how the game kind of goes. We're going to feint into this immediately. We succeed. He recovers successfully, obviously. He gets another turn. He's going to strike me. He's going to fail his strike. Quick. We're going to fail our feint. And then we're going to move on. And I'm already in a terrible position via fatigue. From your current position, it's different. It's difficult to figure out what's going on ahead. One after another, the rows before you fall back as Centurion, yada, yada, yada. Okay, we're going to close in. And okay, so we have a chance again. He's weak. Feint. We get him. He recovers. He fails his recovery. We are going to recover ourselves. I'm not even taking a risk with this, guys. That's how fucking bullshit this game can be with stance mechanics. He misses, obviously. If he hit, I would have just given up. He succeeds. I can do this all day. Like, even though, like, yeah. He has way more fatigue, which is fine. Good for us. Normal. We miss it. That's fine. He's going to miss his groin strike. That's good for us. Opportunity to strike him. Good. Now we have another attack. We should have another one, but obviously the game decides to be imbalanced and give him an opportunity to recover, even though it didn't give us that opportunity when the guy landed the 10th strike on us earlier, which is fine. Torso. Good. Okay, he's dead. Keep in mind, guys, I still love this game. Even though sometimes it's going to be frustrating. Because eventually, you'll start to pick up on shit. And learn and get better. Okay, nice. So we got him before he could run away again. Let's keep moving. Respite. And another inexperienced trump. We're going to respite again. He misses. Quick. Failed. Succeed in respite. He's going to recover successfully. We're going to respite again. He misses. And he runs away because of this, right? Yeah, he does. All right, good. So we tanked him out. Awesome. What remains of the enemy scatters before your advance. All right. Continue. Your army occupies the first camp and captures Hannos himself. Meanwhile, the Carthaginians have left the other base, withdrawing to the safety of their cities in the west. It may look like a small victory, but your early intervention prevented a far greater danger from arising. Oh, okay. Well, you know, surprisingly, I had a lot better stat checks and succeeded in multiple stat checks, but still failed in previous runs. But this time, I failed the fucking awareness stat check big time. I fucked up because the resistance was stronger. But maybe I just got better in combat, and this is the furthest we've gotten. I've never actually won those battles before. So yeah, we're learning. 2-1, exceptional, right? Give me the bronze. Give me the bronze, Amelia. Give me the achievement. Thank you, Steam. Oh, in recognition of your efforts and achievements, you have been promoted to Tessarius. Nice. Listen, maybe I just got to do that. Maybe I just got to keep announcing. Maybe the game is hearing me when I'm saying, yeah, this should not happen. This should happen. This should happen. Maybe that's what's the secret to winning the game. Oh, well, let's keep moving. We're going to swim coordination again. 52. Oh, my God. Look at that money. Look at that money. Intelligence is good. Your ability to organize the guard is irreproachable. Even understaffed, you fill the gaps. Yes, it is. Thank you. This is actually the first time. Holy shit, let's look at our deeds. 2 bandits, we shared kills, and yeah. This is not even the most kills we've had, but it is what it is, right? Let's go for some training. I'm gonna wait for our pay, obviously, before we buy gear as well. Let's go sparring with the best. Yeah. Obviously, wounds are gonna hurt me, but that's fine. Gaius Aegilius was a carpenter before the war. Like everyone else here, he has been away from home for a very long time. He's always complaining that the business that he worked for his whole life went to pot because of this. Today, he is speaking ill of the centurion. Just let him be, honestly. People are going to shit talk all the time. Let him blow off some steam. Your virtues increased by 2. Yeah, you see? You let it slide. Like, whatever. Who gives a shit? You're pissed off. I get it. Alright, let's take a quick look now. So, yeah, you are guard commander. Nice. Guard commander. Okay. So, whew. Next event is, I just got an achievement, guys. Sorry. It says skilled as an average professional at this point. You are escorting an ambassador of Scipio's meeting to a local chieftain. The talks are not going well. Palatable tension is growing. I'm not going to do shit. I'm going to know my place and stay out of it. Suddenly, one of the warriors accompanying the chieftain sound the hilt of his sword. Do the same. The ambassador immediately steps up and manages his coolest situation as he... Yeah. Wait, what? Talks go on, but notice that... Yeah. Yeah, he's raising his fucking sword. I'm not about to let him kill me. Fuck off, Centurion. I'm trying to fucking save your ass here. Ungrateful boy. Okay, another event. Jesus. Something stirring. Actually, you are the one you find out. Big news from home. Hasbro army, which crossed last year after escaping you, was finally intercepted in Italia by 2 consular armies before he could go join his brother Hannibal further to the south. His army was annihilated near the river Mediterranean, and Hannibal himself died fighting alongside his men. Hannibal is isolated now, and Rome has never been so safe since. Okay, sweet. When you embarked 3 years ago, all this seemed next to impossible. The revelry goes... Oh, that's amazing. We're going to be going home in time, boys. We're going to be going home in time. Let's run. Let's run. Oh, we're taking big damage here. No. I say big damage, but I mean, okay, we got paid. Good. I'm saying morale. I mean that. Okay, let's go. Let's actually go buy something now. Okay. What's this? 3 to 14. Terrible. Do we have any money? We have 270, so that's not even that good. Holy shit, 6 to 18. Big, that's an upgrade, for sure. What's this? This upgrade? No, it's not. It's not even close to an upgrade. So, I think what's probably going to happen is... Oh, that's a big one, boys. Alright, what we're going to do... We don't have enough? Are you serious? We're off by 2? No! Fuck it. We're gonna make some money. Alright, when we get paid again, we'll be good to go. Let's work out. Gym. Oh wow, the constitution is going up in this bitch. Alright. Hi, we're good. We're gonna continue to do the training. Alright, event. Alright, you are put in charge of a support. Oh, gee. Collect. Okay. Alright. What the fuck is this? You find a brook. Oh my goodness. Okay, you prove skilled fishermen between you. Oh my goodness. What is this shit, boys? I gotta wander this shit until it's fucking good. Holy fuck, this is a fucking mini game. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I've never been here before, boys. What's that? That's big food. Find a... Ooh, let's fish. No. I lost. As much as you try, you cannot find enough supplies. Your senior offers outrage. Yeah. Okay. Fuck, dude. Okay. So he dislikes us, but we're content right now. And then I'm gonna go buy and sell one more time. Wow, we literally just have 200. Time is over the bat. Oh my god. Don't fucking tell me that sword is gone. No! It's fucking gone. Alright, boys, if we die in the next fight, I won't be surprised. I literally won't. Alright, that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.